does his wife know that they did this? They're having a party?
They didn't invite you?
No.
Oh my God. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Mass Swingers. Today we talk about a couple things. Number one, taking a break from the space and what that looks like for different people. The second thing we talk about is cheating. Sometimes things are in the gray area, and whether something's cheating or not is really up to the person that is being cheated on. So if you're curious about that, keep listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. With that, let's just hop right in. What's up, Layla?
Hi, Brian.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
I mean, I just saw you. I stayed at your house.
You did stay at my house last night. We were trying something new, you guys. Like, Layla is always driving like an hour to get here to the podcast. And so you stayed at my house last night to try to cut the drive short. And then
I got there early. I got there at like 7:30, and you guys were at Hard Summer.
we went to Hard Summer last minute.
I mean, that's crazy because we had to wake up early to be here.
And you thought I was going to be dead today. And I was like, no, I'm going to be fine. I had rested all weekend.
Okay.
So I didn't plan on going at all, right? And it's a true story. So I was on the Candid app, honestly. And people were on this Hard Summer event talking about meeting up. And the number of people who were going kept growing. And they were asking me, like, are you going to do a meetup? Are you going to do a meetup? And you know how I feel like I don't want to do any more meetups at festivals. But it turned into this place where I was like, man, if they're asking us to go, we should just go and see people. So we bought tickets on Saturday night, and then we showed up and we had a blast. Like, people had pineapple totems, and some people were dressed like all in jeans, like jean upper and lower. I guess, what would you call that? Like with cowgirl boots. What would you call that theme?
Like Western?
Yeah, like Western theme and stuff like that. But it was really interesting because usually when we go out and we want to meet lifestyle people, it's because we're down to like make out and have a good time, and they're usually rolling or something like that. Our vibe was so not that. We were just trying to see some music and go home.
Yeah.
I was pumped because like, the app worked. Like it didn't have to be a meetup. Just people just go out and meet each other.
Yeah.
So here's the crazy thing. We have run into my wife and I, a couple years ago, we went to this festival in Vegas called Life is Beautiful. And we ran into this girl from San Diego who, really cute Latina girl, really nice ass, really great ass. And she was like, I love couples. I love unicorning, whatever. But in that night, I hit her up. I was like, hey, you want to come back with us? But when you split up with someone at a festival,
you'll never see them again.
You'll never see them again.
No.
And so it's like 1 a.m. I'm trying to convince her to come over. It doesn't happen. Whatever. We run into this girl again at EDC. Remember we went to EDC together? Yeah. And we ran into her, but I was trying to meet up with all of you guys. So we had to kind of split off from her.
Right.
So we bought tickets to Hard Summer the night before. Show up at Hard Summer. We're hanging out with this pineapple totem and all these swinger friends and new people we haven't met before. I look over to the right. Same girl.
Stop.
Same girl from San Diego. Like the third time. I mean, like there are thousands and thousands of people at these festivals, but we keep running into this same girl, and the ass still looks great.
Wow.
I don't know what you believe in.
Fate. Destiny.
Universe. Mercury. In retrograde. I think something wants us to like play with this person.
Yeah. So y'all have never played?
Never played.
Okay. Yeah. No, the universe is literally throwing her and her ass.
Throwing her ass at us. Right. And every time I'm pushing my wife, I'm like, just say hi. Just like give her a kiss. Like, bite her ass. Do something.
Right.
And my wife is never like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Is she not into her like that?
I think because the reality is like at a show, how are you going to take someone home? You're going to stick with them all night. You're going to hit them up later. It is pretty challenging.
Okay.
But I think the bigger thing, and this is what we're going to talk about today, is like my wife and I are taking a break from most lifestyle stuff right now. And so I think given that vibe was like, hey, what do we do with this person that the universe keeps throwing at us right now? Because the break was like for us was for play parties, but here comes this unicorn, and I think we need to discuss like what to do with spontaneous stuff that keeps getting thrown our way. But I know that you're taking a break too.
I am.
Why are you taking a break, and what's the background of it?
Yeah, we have a bonus episode that we're going to release probably before this one, but I got really jealous and overwhelmed by my husband hooking up with somebody else at a party, and it was the first time it like really affected me. And I'm going through some like medical stuff as well as like some emotional stuff. And so instead of trying to navigate everything and all the nuances of lifestyle, we're just taking a lifestyle break. I can't imagine it'll be for too long, maybe like a month or two, just while we're kind of figuring our shit out. So this is like our first time like actually taking a break. But it happens. People do it.
People do it, all the time. Well, people usually do, like if you're having a kid, people take a break.
Right.
Or at least one person takes a break. Right. Yeah. What does your break look like? Is it like full stop, nothing at all?
No, that's is interesting because Cody, my husband, and I, we haven't actually sat down and had that conversation yet. It's been kind of, let's take a break. And that's kind of all we've said. We've had a lot going on. My brother got married at our house last week. So there's been a lot going on. So in fact, today when I get home, Cody and I, we're going to have a sit down and write it out, what our list of agreements are and what our individual boundaries are. That's what we're doing tonight.
So you're doing that tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think you'll set a timeline for the break?
No. I don't think so. I think when the moment is right, we'll know. Mm-hmm. Right? Is that wrong?
I have no idea.
Okay, cool.
I think you will know. I think it'll either naturally end or something will pull it out.
Yeah.
Right. So like say like our friends from Atlanta come to town. You're like, okay, we're going to go hop in and then we'll start again.
Right.
Right. But like, so do you think the lifestyle space in general is kind of like this accordion where people go really hot, cool off, really hot, cool off?
Totally. And I think I do the same thing with lots of things, like music festivals, for example. We'll go to a music festival like every month for a year, and then we won't go to a music festival for 2 years because we're like, let's relax for a bit. So, yeah.
Right. But for you, it wasn't burnout. It was...
I mean, that was burnout for sure.
Would you say it was burnout?
Oh, yeah. I was totally burnt out. I was over it.
With festivals, or you mean with...
Oh, with festivals. Yeah. Oh, I understand. Yeah. But with lifestyle, it's a little bit different. I don't want to take a break, and I don't think Cody wants to take a break, but it's something we think that we need to do.
Huh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. But do you guys because we actually haven't talked about this. What's y'all's deal?
We are taking a break and saying no to all play parties right now.
Just play parties.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're open to having experience. Like, we don't fight after an experience with a couple. We don't fight after having someone over that's like solo, because I think it's easy for us to manage. Like 5 or 6 people in a room is a lot easier for us to manage. I think what we're taking a break from is like, sometimes these parties can balloon, right? And you're like 30, 40 people, you're kind of losing your person. And so we just had this pattern of like disagreements after play parties. Mm-hmm. And it was only happening after play parties. And sometimes I was frustrated with her. Sometimes she was frustrated with me. And so we just decided to take that off the table for a while until we could like figure out some of our feelings and thoughts and emotions about that. And we're starting counseling this week with, you remember Allie?
Oh my gosh, yes!
She was on an episode a few episodes ago, and she offered to have us come be one of the couples in her session. And so this isn't a pitch for Allie's program at all, but we were hopping in just to see what we can learn there.
That's exciting.
And she's making an exception for us too, because my wife can't make the scheduled time during the middle of the day because of her job.
Right.
So I'm going to hop on, and then she's going to do a session with us at 6 p.m. just to catch my wife up on everything.
Okay.
So we're hoping that helps us process some of these things.
That's really exciting. I'm proud of you guys. I'm really proud of you guys.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
But you've been more open about your arguments than I have.
That's true. I'm a little bit more of an open book. You need to get more vulnerable.
I think that at the root of it is that there was a double standard that was happening. Mm. And
right.
And it wasn't supporting us. Like to be more transparent, I think that my wife liked controlling who I was hanging out with a bit more. Mm-hmm. Or rather, the expectation sometimes was that person had to be into both of us. Mm-hmm. For her to feel comfortable with it. And she had a really big distrust of single women, especially, which I get. But then on my side, she really wanted to be able to play with whoever she wanted, and for me to be okay with that.
Right.
And so that was just kind of hard to balance.
Right.
Over time. And it came to a head after a play party because some girl rejected her and was like, I don't want to play with you, but she wanted to play with me. And so then that got a little weird at that point. So just kind of putting it down for a bit. I want to pick it back up. But I have a date.
What?
I have a date in my mind on when
I thought you meant like you're going on a date. I was like, okay, transition.
I'm setting up dates for us. I'm still trying to help us have fun in the meantime. And my wife's been like, hey, here's some people I want to play with. So that's been great. But there is a play party in October. And so I'm just saying, okay, let's take a break until
the Halloween party.
Until a Halloween party. Well, I thought that, but then some of our friends announced the party like 3 weeks before that.
Oh, the stranger danger?
No, the twins.
They're having a party?
They didn't invite you?
No.
Oh my God. They must have invited you.
No. Oh, we're going to have to cut this part for sure.
Why? This is great.
No, that's so embarrassing.
No, they invite, for sure you're invited.
No.
100%, Layla.
Well, Cammie's going to be here today. And so I'll be like, I don't want to be like, bitch, why didn't you invite me to your party?
There's no way that you weren't invited.
I'm not invited. I'm not cool.
No, we're going to fix this today. Oh, guys, this will be the best comeback. Layla definitely got invited to this thing. I think it's just in your inbox. She's checking her phone.
I'm so mad.
Right now. Our producer's laughing his ass off. But it didn't say secret. You know them better than I do.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
The point is, like, we were going to take a break until the Halloween party, but now this other party popped up.
Cool, have fun. Have a blast. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Anyway. All right. I wanted to run some stuff by you today because we've been talking about, this has come up in a couple of episodes, like cheating. Like, is something cheating? Is it not? You and I try to be very ethical in how we do this. Not everyone's the same way. But sometimes it feels a little gray. Right? It's not always clear that it's cheating or not. And so for the past month, I've just been like talking to listeners, going on Reddit, talking to some friends, and I've been gathering these gray area stories to play a game with you called Is It Cheating?
Okay. I'm excited.
And guys, like Layla has not heard any of these scenarios. I offered to send her the notes before, and she said, no, I want to hear it fresh on the show. And so we're going to hop right in, and you have to tell me whether you think it's cheating or not.
Okay.
And then we'll just kind of debate whether I agree with you.
Okay.
And then maybe people in the comments will let us know what they think about it.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. You ready for number one?
Yes.
I'm going to read them like a story. So I'm reading them like I learned about them. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, is this cheating? All right, Layla. Is this cheating? I called a married friend of mine last week to let him know that I'm coming to town. I'd love to spend time with him and his wife again. We started flirting on FaceTime. Eventually, I took my top off and he took his pants off, and I teased him until he came. I've only played with them together, and they only played together. Was that cheating on his part?
Yeah. Because the wife wasn't there, and they only played together.
But it was virtual.
Oh.
It was FaceTime.
Okay. Can I ask follow-up questions?
For sure.
So do you know more about this?
I know more details about all these, yeah.
So they're FaceTiming. They're teasing. They're doing all the stuff. Does his wife know that they did this?
That part I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if they later had a conversation with her about it.
So it's all about what was discussed beforehand and what was discussed after. So if he had discussed with his wife beforehand and was like, hey, we're going to have like a little FaceTime date and, whatever. How do you feel about that? And she's like, yeah, go for it. Not cheating. If he doesn't have a conversation with her, yeah.
I think it was an out of the blue FaceTime call.
I think it's cheating.
You think it's cheating?
I do. Yeah. What do you?
It's interesting because there was no physical contact. And so it really calls into question, like, is cheating about a physical thing, or can it be emotional, or can it be like, hey, you had phone sex with someone?
There are people that consider cheating if they're like following girls on Instagram.
I know.
They consider that cheating.
But
so if you're like getting each other off with like a sneakiness about somebody else, 100% not okay, cheating, I would be furious.
Is it the live nature that made it cheating?
It's the lie. It's the fact that there's three people here that are a part of a situation, and one of those people is not aware of what's going on. I'm really curious if the husband disclosed this to his wife after and was like, hey, like I had a fun FaceTime date with so-and-so and it was really great. And if wife was like, hell yeah, that's hot. That's awesome. Tell me about it. Which is probably something like I would do. Right. But if it was you and your wife and someone like you guys typically just play together, would your wife be upset if you and I FaceTimed and we got each other off? Would you tell your wife?
You know what's so funny? You have sent me videos of you while I'm playing with my wife, and I'll show her.
Yeah.
Right. So usually for me,
but that's also been consensual. Like I knew you guys were together and we were like, hey, let's send pics and videos. Like it's a mutual thing.
Right.
She's involved.
Right.
If she wasn't involved and we were FaceTiming and doing that, she'd be pissed.
Yeah. I think it's a little easier with a video because it's like, hey, here's this asset. I'm going to show it to my wife. We'll watch it together.
She's a part of it.
Right. A spontaneous FaceTime that kind of evolved into that. I get why that's hot. I would also think that maybe I should pause this at some point because this is where it's going too far. You know?
Yeah. No, I think it's cheating.
Okay. So
Simple.
you think it's cheating?
Yep.
Okay.
No questions.
Right. No questions?
Nope.
Done with that one?
Yep.
All right. Number 2. Is this cheating? So totally new person. This is not the same. This is not the same person, you guys. I don't have an asshole friend that's doing all these things. All right. Is this cheating? A couple months ago, I found out that one of my girlfriend's friends has an OnlyFans account.
Who is it? Is this a guy?
The guy saying this.
Okay,
so he found out that one of his girlfriend's homies has an OnlyFans account. I found it and subscribed under an alias. I bought a couple of her videos and I've watched them by myself in secret. Recently, my girlfriend figured this all out and says I'm cheating on her. Does this count as cheating?
This is a hard one. Okay. I would say if it wasn't her friend and it was a regular random OnlyFans, I would say no, not cheating. But if it's someone that she knows, like it's a good friend of hers, I don't think it's cheating, but I think it's completely inappropriate and not okay. I think it's unethical, but not cheating. Right? What do you think?
I think it's wild. All right. If you have a hot friend and you find out your friend is on OnlyFans and you tell me about it, I'm curious. So, like, do you think I'm not going to be curious about what her OnlyFans looks like?
Right. No, that makes, like,
So that part makes sense to me.
I'm trying to put myself in her shoes. So I have a best friend, does OnlyFans. My husband subscribes secretively. I find out he's been jerking off to her content. Fuck. I think I'd be upset. I think I'd be upset mostly because I'd be like, you didn't have to lie. Like, I'm curious too. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you would have watched it with him?
Yes.
You think?
Yeah.
You would have. Unless, I mean, she might be a jealous girlfriend though. So
right.
She might not be okay with it at all.
Right. So are these people lifestyle or no?
No, they're not.
Oh, okay. Not okay.
Then that makes it cheating?
No.
Okay.
I still don't think it's cheating, but it's
not okay.
Up. Right.
So if they were lifestyle, it might be a little better.
Maybe, right? Because like the nature of just the lifestyle in general, I think is because if he's not looking at her naked and fucking on camera, he's seen her fucking and naked at parties.
Okay, well, how about this? Like, you sent me some videos, right, when my wife and I were playing together. If I watched those videos later by myself and jacked off to them, would that be wrong?
Well, what have you and your wife discussed? Like, is this a discussion y'all have had where that is okay? Or do you think your wife would be upset with that?
I have no idea because I don't think my wife cares what I beat off to.
Okay. Because you 100% have done that with other videos, I guarantee. Like, you've done that.
Oh, man, I would rather watch my own stuff than something off like Pornhub or any other site.
So you're saying you have never, total honesty time, you have never watched back any of the videos that I have sent or any other girls that have sent to you without your wife present?
I don't know if I watched yours because you sent me like 6-second long videos.
Oh yeah, that's not easy to get off to.
No. Had you sent me something better, it would have been, I might have used it.
Okay, I got you.
I don't have a treasure trove of hot videos from girls, like that solo videos.
Right.
But I do have like a spank bank of content that we've shot with people.
Okay.
And I would rather watch that over.
Would that bother your wife?
That is a great question. I doubt that it would bother her. You're saying like if the three of us had a video and I was watching that later?
Yeah.
I think it would bother her more if while we were sleeping together, me and my wife, I was thinking about you. That would bother her way more than me watching the video.
Okay.
All right. So one time someone on OnlyFans who I've hooked up with in the past sent me a video. I bought a video and I was like, I showed this video to my wife. And then, have we talked about this?
No.
And then I was like, hey, I showed my wife this video. And she was like, dude, why did you show her that? That's frustrating. That was like one of my early videos. And she sends me a message on WhatsApp. It's an 8-minute long video. And she's like, show her this instead. And so my wife walks in. I'm like, hey, this girl just sent me a WhatsApp video. Do you want to watch this with me? So I cut it on and start playing it. My wife gets turned on and like immediately gets on her knees underneath the desk and starts like going to town on me while I'm watching this video.
I think I've seen that. Did you take a video of her
I took a video and then I took a video of her doing that and sent it back.
Yeah.
So that was a situation where like I took something that could have been weird like that and like made it an experience for us together.
Well, see, that's what makes, I think you and your relationship more ethical than others, because like you do want to get your wife involved in those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But back to the situation. So he's not cheating, but a little naughty.
Yes. Because the OnlyFans girl isn't involved in that. She doesn't know.
At all.
She has no idea.
At all.
So yeah, not cheating, inappropriate, we would fight.
But I'll say that, I mean, if you have hot friends that do OnlyFans and your partner finds out about it, just know, like,
they're going to look.
They're going to look.
They're going to look.
Ladies, they're going to look. If you have hot friends making OnlyFans, your husband or your boyfriend is going to find it.
Sorry.
Just like, it has nothing to do with you. It's out of curiosity.
Yeah, sorry to burst your bubble, but they're going to look, or they already have.
Yeah. Also, if you have a hot male friend that has an OnlyFans, they may also look. They may be curious.
Oh, yeah, I've done that too.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
For sure. Okay. Third one. You ready?
Yes.
All right. When I found this one, I got it because I thought about you.
Oh, cute.
Because we've talked about bachelorette parties before.
Oh, yeah. Bachelorette parties get wild.
It's a bachelorette one. So I think this is unique to bachelorette parties and would probably not happen at a bachelor party. Okay. Is this cheating? My boyfriend has been encouraging me to have a sexual experience with another woman for a while now. The agreement was that I'd let him know about it and that I'd record pieces or FaceTime him so he can experience a bit too. Well, recently at a bachelorette party, I did hook up with one of the ladies there, but he is still unaware of it. I want to tell him, but I'm really not sure how. Did I cheat on him?
Okay, so she's at a bachelorette party. Their agreement was that she could hook up with somebody if she took pictures or videos, I imagine with that other girl's consent as well. And then they could experience that together afterwards. She did not take videos or pictures. Correct? She did not?
I don't know if she didn't take videos or pictures, but she definitely didn't tell her partner yet.
And that's cheating.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
See, I thought this wasn't cheating because she had green light to do something sexual. Because in my mind, I was thinking this. If she, like, one rule she broke was that she didn't let him know ahead of time, right? Which was part of what his request. But he was okay with her having physical contact with someone, even encouraging it. He just wanted to, like, be a part of it or see stuff afterwards. So let's say she does have video footage and she tells him tomorrow and shows him the footage. Is it all of a sudden not cheating?
No, because how long did she wait to tell him, right? Like, it's honestly, if I even waited one day, a full 24 hours, and then I told my husband, like, hey, like I did hook up with someone, and he'd be like, why didn't you tell me sooner? Like, that's secretive. You're keeping a secret. That is dishonest.
So is it the secretive nature of it that makes it cheating for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But the minute it's on the table and she's like, hey, here's the footage.
Even if there wasn't footage, if she had maybe hooked up with someone, did she hook up with the girl or?
It was with the girl.
With the girl. If she had hooked up with the girl and even called him directly after and was like, hey, heat of the moment, we didn't get any videos or pictures. I'm so sorry. Again, like, she did kind of break an agreement. That's not chill. However, heat of the moment, maybe the girl wasn't comfortable with being recorded or photographed, and so it could be something like that. But if she called her boyfriend directly after and was like, hey, let me give you some details, right? Then I don't think that's cheating. I think that they broke an agreement. And that's something that needs to be discussed, but I don't think that that's cheating. But the secretive nature of not telling him directly afterwards, cheating.
Interesting.
But you don't agree with me.
It's hard sometimes because I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of someone else.
Right.
I'm more so curious why she's not telling him.
Yeah.
Given that she had a pass, he basically said, like, go do this. I just want to know about it and, like, shoot some footage. Maybe the girl, like you said, maybe she didn't want any pictures or anything like that taken. I don't know more details about this because this was like a stranger thing.
Right.
My guess is that the other girl didn't have permission.
Oh.
My guess is, like, even though you had permission, maybe her partnership or whoever she was with created it not being allowed. So maybe they're like, don't tell anybody. Don't even tell Drew. I don't know. I'm just picking a guy's name.
Okay.
Don't tell Drew because Drew might go tell Michael.
Okay.
Right. And like, she's got to figure that out. So I wonder how much of this is like her keeping the other girl's secret.
Well, that's another.
Is someone in here cheating?
Well, that's another interesting dynamic. If you're, say that it was an agreement that they didn't have to take photos or videos or whatever, and she hooked up with this girl, like at what point do you ask the other person, hey, is your partner aware of what's going on? Right? Like, do you ever ask people that you're hooking up with that are partnered, hey, does your partner know you're here? Or do you just kind of trust that other person has disclosed this to their partner? That's
a great question. The level of, especially in our community, the level of trust that you are greenlit to do this is pretty high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I don't think look, we go to parties together. If I fuck someone at a party, it would get back to my partner pretty fast. Mm-hmm. Not because people would snitch on me. I think that they would just like come up and, be like,
had a great time with you last weekend.
Exactly. Yeah. This happened recently where like someone gave me a blowjob in the bathroom. Mm. When we came out of the bathroom, something happened where I got distracted and pulled away. By the time I made it back to my wife, she already knew about it because the person went back right up to her and was like, I played with Brian in the bathroom. Mm-hmm. And my wife was upset. She's like, why'd I hear about it from her? I was like, because she ran. I didn't know she was going to run out of the bathroom and run straight up to you. I can't control the speed at which she did it. And I think my wife was like, I'd rather hear that about it from you. This kind of goes back to why we're taking breaks.
Yeah.
I can't always control who gets to you first.
Right.
But I think in our space, I assume that most people have a green light because information travels. Right. However, I could be way wrong. Mm-hmm. There could be and I really think about people who operate as singles in the space. They could have a whole wife and kid at home that have no idea.
Right.
I took someone to a party once who I think was cheating. Have we talked about this?
No.
I found out about it later.
Go on.
Yeah. Okay. So I invited someone to a party and she brought this guy as a plus one. Mm-hmm. And I thought he was cool. She was like, yeah, I think he has a pass. His wife knows. He goes to parties all the time, whatever. I've run into him in public since then. And when I asked him, I was like, hey, man, have you been going to any other parties? He's like, shh, dude, hey, don't mention that. At one point, he was like, my wife comes here too. So just be mindful of that. And I was like,
what?
And it could be a situation where the wife doesn't really want to know.
Okay. Like a don't ask, don't tell, which I hate.
It could be, but now it's unclear. Because then I immediately went to did I let some dude come to a party who's cheating?
Well, that's not your responsibility.
It's not.
It's not your responsibility, but that's fucked up and it would make me not want to play with him.
Oh, yeah. I won't invite him again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, I don't like that at all. No.
Gray areas.
Yeah. He's not coming to my parties until I can confirm that wife knows. Yeah, that's weird. I don't like that at all.
You don't like that at all?
No.
So we should confirm that she's aware.
Yeah. Let's call her right now.
I don't know.
Let's put her on speaker.
I don't know her. She could walk in right now and I'd have no idea.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
All right. Was this fun?
Yeah, this was cool.
This game was fun?
Yeah, it was a fun game.
I have 15 more of these.
I know. We could do more of these, but I got here 30 minutes late, so we got to wrap it up. Sorry.
I have 15 more and I want to do other versions of it.
Okay.
Not just is this cheating, but I have other versions of the story. There's some wild shit online.
I know.
That I have found. Anything you want to wrap up with, Layla?
No, I feel good. I thought that was fun.
We will get you invited to this party.
I know. I'm honest.
I promise you're invited.
Okay, we'll figure it out. I'm going to go cry later.
That's it for today, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Masked Swingers. We'll have more content coming your way, so don't forget to like and subscribe. And until we see you next time, try something or try someone new.